Advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Anybody know what today is? Anybody know what's today?
Pop-Off Friday.
It's Pop-Off Friday. If you got something that's on your mind and has been bothering you for a while, give a brother a call. 833-212-1017 is the number. Now, I'm going to do this again. Right? 101. The truth. And we're going to see what happened. We're going to see what happened. Let's do this. Yep. Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. I keep looking for myself on YouTube. Nobody loves me. YouTube don't love me. Why I got to go through the Truth page? Just because we go to 1017thetruth.com and then click it to... Shocking, really? And I do that, and it doesn't show up. Like, what part of that don't you understand? See, you're going to get me popping off on you, and then you're going to be mad, and then, ooh, I was about to make a joke, but I can't. Woo! I was about to make a joke. All right. 101.7. Well, that can't help me here because I'm in here and you're in there. And so it takes literally 4 minutes for it to load. So, but I figured out what we need to do. I'll talk to you about it. I figured out what we need to do because it was the same thing yesterday. Yeah. No, I'm not complaining, but it's Pop-Up Friday. So what am I supposed to do? If you have something that's bothering you today, I have something that's bothering me. People are bothering me. Cars are bothering me. So, dude, so I was sitting outside. I know I'm going to get in trouble when I say this. You know, Jehovah's Witnesses sit outside, right? And they stand outside and be like, I guess on the weekends they get like 8, 9, 10 people strong sitting all over the desk. So one guy sat there and he's looking at me. You know how people keep looking at you to try to catch your eye so they can start a conversation? No, we're not starting a conversation. Like, no. I'm like, no, we're not starting a conversation, dude. No. And I just got up and left. You know, it was interesting. It was just interesting. Like some of those things in our community that we don't talk about because we're not supposed to talk about. And I talked about it the other day. When you complain about Kamala Harris and something she did, you're either racist or sexist. And if you don't support Kamala Harris, you're either racist or sexist. Like, it's like we have worked to put people in places where everybody's in a box. And you either need to play along or you're just too bad. And I don't get it. For the life of me, I just don't understand. What I really don't understand is this. So, we're in Wisconsin and we have an issue with education. Wouldn't you say? Now, we have a major issue with education. And so, there's an article in the Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service. And there was an opinion piece written a couple months ago by Angela Harris that talks about how the guardians of public education remain silent. And she's talking about the teachers union, right? They got it on their website. We are the guardians of education. And so all this stuff popped off and we didn't hear anything from the teachers union. They got the referendum to pay the teachers. They got money from the state to pay the teachers. But yet the Milwaukee, the MTEA introduction on the public Facebook page says we are the guardians of public education. Guardian, by definition, means a protector, a defender, or a keeper. Does the teachers union do that? Nope. Not at all. Not one mention of the DPI letter of the potential fraud in the district. Nothing. So, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to fix all of this? It's unconscionable. We got people shot on 60th and Silver Spring today, like hours ago. We got people getting shot, getting stabbed, disappearing, all that. And it's not just Milwaukee. It's all over the country. And it's not just immigrants. But yet, if you talk about immigrants, you're racist. If you don't talk about immigrants, you're heartless. I don't understand. But then I realized there was one other group, and before I take the calls, I'm going to take the calls during this segment. There's one other group that's remained quiet after all this, and that's DPI. DPI is probably the most useless governmental entity in the state of Wisconsin, Department of Public Instruction. What do they even do? And somebody was talking about the knot on my head the other day. I've had this my entire life. It's like muscle or a bone thing. Like, I've had it looked at and it's not malignant or anything. So I just got a big bald head. That's all. So ain't no big thing. What are you laughing at? I saw you start to laugh. See, now I got to go in there and, duke people up, because don't make me start talking about your hair. Thin man. Oh, see, he reacted to that. Now you got a hoodie on. Oh, that hurts your feelings.
little Gen Z, did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry I had a apology. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the phone calls. Al, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. It's Pop-Off Friday. What you got?
What I got is why do we keep making so many excuses when it comes to stuff within our community? We keep leaning on lead laterals for kids being out of control. We never want to accept that we have issues, and that is what's stopping the progression of what's going on in our community. We don't want to hold parents accountable. There's every excuse in the book why these kids are bad, but for some reason it's always lead laterals and what white people do. We are not white. I don't care what white people do. But the only thing is when it comes to us, we always got excuses. Prime example, them people on the South Side, they're marching and protesting, but when it comes, the white people do it. Okay, just because they do it doesn't make it right. But it seems every single time it comes to us, we got every excuse in the book. We never want to admit it. It's always, this lead lateral data. I'm like, okay, well, my mother and father grew up off of lead water. They didn't do that. And then when I ask people, did you do it? No, I didn't do it. So why do we keep leaning on lead lateral?
That's like blaming poverty for crime when everybody grew up poor, like graduated and went to school, graduated, and went on about their business.
And I heard earlier today, this one person said, if you're not in the community trying to help the kids, you are a liability. Why is it every time when it comes to somebody else's responsibility, it's always the community?
Oh,
don't you think those people work full-time jobs? They got their own family.
This thing we talk about community is really a socialist thing where, we're all one collective. I don't know where the heck that came from, but it was a bad move.
And I'm just not understanding it because we're so bright, we're so smart, we're so intelligent. But every time it comes to us, we always have an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they don't need to go to jail. No, they need to go to boot camp. Well, somebody's father or grandfather got to live with that for the rest of their life. So I feel like this. When it comes to those kids that does that, I don't care what you do with them. They didn't care what they was doing when they was doing their adult stuff.
What do you think would have happened if they killed one of those men? And what we're talking about is the South Side where the three men, 53, 63, and 64, got beat up by a group of kids, and it's on film, showing them get beat up.
I think black people would have been up in arms. They would have been all upset, but people are getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. People should be grown-ups and seniors should not be carrying guns now. And they carry them for other people, black kids, but for some reason, we don't want to say that, and we don't want to lock them up. We don't want to talk about this going to happen. Well, if the cops don't kill them, society going to kill them, so throw away the key and lock them up.
All right. Well, thank you much.
But that's all I want to share.
All right.
Goodbye.
833-212-1017 is the number. Miss Rose, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Yes, one thing I have a problem with is our social construct of color. As though when you're white, you have no other color in you, and when you're black, you have no white in you. When in reality, like Kamala, she has red, black, and white. I mean, yellow, black, and white, or red, black, and whatever. But everybody seems to say white can only be white if it's 100% white, versus black can only be black if it's 100% black, and red or any other color can only be if it's 100%. We gotta get back to reality. Color has no business being utilized except for when people want to discriminate, and that's external, not internal. Because if you look
but you understand, Miss Rose, that when we stop using it and when we stop referring to it, and when we try to do things that's right, and when we look for equity, we don't get it. And the only people that seem to not be getting it are Black and Hispanic people.
Let me explain something to you. It's your physical coloring that is being utilized, not your background.
Correct.
But because we limit the background, that if a person doesn't look certain ways, they don't have. Well, who cares what they think? Like you say, who cares what white
Well, you got to think, because the
are
majority of the world is white, and when they decide something is a rule or a law or a way of doing something or a tradition or a custom, we can't change it. So what do we do?
But the question is, you keep saying, who cares about whites when people talk about color, but yet you're steadily utilizing it.
Because people refer to us by that. I would love to go through life. Listen, I would love to go through life thinking that I don't have to worry about race and that we're all different and I just have more melanin in my skin than anybody else, which is true. But when you treat me different and when I see you treat me different, that's a problem. And what do I do about it?
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's because of the external. And the question is, if you're going to put people in a category of having a certain color, then give all their colors, like I'm utilizing the thing about Kamala, because Kamala is 3.
No, she's not. She's only 2. She's only 2.
All those things, and she's got white in her.
From who? From who?
That's existing.
From who?
See,
from who?
From the. Let me tell you something. Wars are the background of everybody. They infiltrate all over the land that was existing. Okay. The color changes because of the nature. People became what nature they had to absorb.
Correct.
So in reality, they're all in a different area. But when you're going to highlight only 2 parts, but when everything shows that she has more than 2 parts.
So does it make her better because she has white in her or something, or what?
I didn't say it made her better. See, that's your mentality that we got a problem. It's not
that was a question. Okay. Goodbye, Ms. Rose. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to move on to the next caller. Thank you so very much. My mentality, I simply asked you a question. But that's the problem. You ask a question and people attack you for the question. They attack you personally instead of listening to the question and answering the question. They assume you espouse what it is you're asking. And that may not necessarily be true. James, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. What's going on?
Dr. Ken, first and foremost, I'm a firm believer. Let me ask you a question. It's not a trick question, I'm asking. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
Anybody that says that it's not a trick question, it's a trick question. So go ahead.
No, it's not. Okay, listen. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
Correct.
Why?
I don't know. Tell me why. I don't know.
Because you're not thirsty.
Not necessarily true. Again, stop. Not necessarily true.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so what's the answer then? Go ahead.
The horse has to decide whether or not they want to drink water. And whether they're thirsty or not, they decide. It has nothing to do with thirst. It might, but that's only one point. Like that's part of my issue is that when we look at everything, it's so monolithic or it's a dichotomy. It's this or that. And that's it. We never go beyond. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this question. Most people, or even horses maybe, most people when they're thirsty, usually they're pretty much most likely to take a drink. Do you agree with that?
What do you mean by most likely? I would assume
so. Drink. I mean, they're thirsty.
No, I'm thirsty right now.
Okay.
I'm thirsty right now, but I didn't go get a drink.
But you will get one eventually. If you're really thirsty, you're going to get one for the night is over with. So that's a whole other story.
And your point is?
Listen to this. Okay, so listen to this. You get the people who always say, like, the youth are bad and, throw them away and all that kind of crap. I'm the one who always say you're a liability or an asset. I currently do youth prison ministry in the prison. And let me say this to you, Dr. King. There was one time in my life that I was facing 44 years for making a bad decision. But somebody put their arms around me, and in doing so, I started making better decisions. And so what happened is I'm currently retired. I did 25 years in the city of Milwaukee. I started as a sanitation worker my first 10 years.
Okay.
The last 15 years, I was a driving instructor, CDL examiner, and accident investigation. And so I made some decisions at that point in my life. And so there's two times in my life. There's AS and BS. You know what BS is, right?
Yes.
Before salvation. Yeah, right, before salvation. So there's after salvation and before salvation. So I say that to say this. There is not one crime committed by anybody that doesn't deserve some type of punishment. And I agree with that. But at the end of the day, okay, let's give them some type of punishment in hopes that maybe they'll make a better life. So when I do the prison ministry, which I'll be doing tomorrow, I'm not foolish as I'm going to save everybody in the prison or everybody in the prison is turn their life around. But the bottom line is I'm doing my best to lead them to the water, hoping that they take a drink and hoping that they're thirsty for the water that I'm serving.
Okay. Thank you much. I appreciate it.
Love you. Love you. Have a great evening.
All right. Take care. I don't know what he was trying. He was trying to tell me something, and I don't know what it was. I wish people would stop giving analogies and just tell me what they're saying. I don't know what that. I don't know. Can y'all spell? It's Friday, right? That's why you can't spell. Black Conscience, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ooh, talk about back off, pop off Friday. Now that yourself to good health, Dr. King. I got one. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't drown him. How come?
Drown them? Okay. What's up?
I'm just calling because I see it's Pop Off Friday and people are hot today.
Yeah.
So I just want to kind of throw some cool and collective.
No, we're not doing that.
People.
Bye, Black Conscience. We're not doing that.
Down.
We're here to pop off.
Why are we not?
No. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Go ahead.
Goodbye.
Go ahead and pop off and see how far that gets you. Live right, Milwaukee.
Goodbye. See how people try to throw water on you? Rain. Everybody trying to rain on your parade. This is the place where people get. Why is it in the black community? Here's mine. Everybody trying to be, well, I want to do what's positive and I want to only say those things. That's why you don't have any resilience. You don't have any fight. You don't know how to stand up and defend yourself because you avoid tough things, tough issues, tough breaks. Nobody wants to have anything wrong. Oh my God, everybody got to be positive. You can actually be positive and speak up. But then you get your feelings hurt and all of a sudden you want to fight, shoot, do all these things. Why is that? Why is it we don't want to grow? The only way you grow is to go through, and nobody wants to go through. And that's why we have generations of, I'm going to say it, weak people. Sort of like DPI. Just one of them agencies in Wisconsin is just, I don't know, weak.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
For love of the game.
There's nothing like being selected to the Olympic team.
And love of their country.
Championship of that level, gold medal, means more.
Tune into Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Inside stories from Buck stars on the agony and triumph of competing to win it all at the Olympics. It's Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
How much I weigh is nobody's business, but Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Republican candidate for United States Senate Eric Hovde says that overweight people should have to pay more for their health insurance.
Eric Hovde want us to pay more because we weigh more? How insulting is that?
Listen to Eric Hovde.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde is totally wrong. Who do he think he is?
Senator Tammy Baldwin has a different view. She's working to lower health care costs for Wisconsinites. Tammy Baldwin wrote the law that lets young people stay on their parents' health insurance until they're 26. And Tammy took on the big pharmaceutical companies to cap the cost of insulin and inhalers. Tammy Baldwin is the one who's working for us.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Tammy Baldwin for Senate.
Black and Brown Runaround 5K is a diverse group dedicated to empowering others and overcoming obstacles. Their mission to bring unity to the Milwaukee's Black and Brown communities and support those in need. They partner with Lead to Change, a nonprofit that's changing lives by equipping young people with the tools they need to succeed in college, their careers, and the community, ensuring security and stability for all. Together, we can build a stronger, more united community. Black and Brown Runaround empowers everyone to be able to run the town.
Whether you're an artist playing accountant, a barista trying to be a bean counter, or a student just looking to get started, the UW Credit Union app lets you be free to be you. With free credit scores, free online bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends. Because with fewer fees, you can do more of what you love. UW Credit Union, here for every you. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is 1017 The Truth's Tori Lowe, and I am Milwaukee. The Tori Lowe Show has become a resource for the community. I enjoy having open, on-air discussions about what we can do to regroup, rethink the black man, the black woman, and the black child. This show is about that action, and I want all the smoke. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I wish I saw the time people sent stuff. I don't know if that's for me or not. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at the emojis, and I don't know what that's about. It might be for me. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna let that go. Your Nat friend is back. I'm just saying. So, yo, Nat friend. Isn't it a ball game tonight at 7? Marquette Hilltoppers. I don't have the. Okay. I don't. I think they're playing Germantown tonight at 7. Yeah, Germantown tonight at 7. So make sure y'all hang out. Tori Lowe will be on for about an hour, and then we're gonna go to the football game. I thought we was gonna do that. I'm like, wait a minute, gotta get it going on. Winky Blue, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, good afternoon to you. What do you call this here? Pop off Friday or something?
Yep. Got to get stuff off your chest, and then Black Conscience color. We gonna calm down, and no, we're not. It's Pop off Friday. No.
Well, Black Conscience. I like Black Conscience, but I do too. Black Conscience did something that was very disturbing to me about a month or so ago. He called into a program, and Ron Johnson was on there.
Okay.
And Black Conscience called in. Black Conscience called in and became White Conscience because he quit talking like that. And he started saying, well, what do you think about? He changed his whole, he switched on me.
Wow. Y'all calling out Black Conscience for acting like you're white?
Hey, man, hold on.
Sounding like you're white.
Okay. Hold on, man. He switched code on me. He did some code switching right quick. And I was like blown away because that's Black Conscience. You don't do that. Well, what do you think about? I said,
he can do what he wants to do. That's his prerogative.
I understand. And I'm glad you're here to protect. I'm glad you're here on the defense, Dr.
I'm not on the defense. I'm just saying that people are who they are. Let them be.
Well, listen. I've got a chance over the years to listen to you and discover you are who you are.
Yep.
Okay. When I talk to you, I expect to hear you the way you sound. Okay. But So we'll just leave that alone, man. But anyway, as you said, it's Pop Off Friday. So I'd like to talk about the debates. I think Donald Trump did a number 6. I think that Kamala Harris did not move the needle. What she did is she didn't do anything different. She got out the way and let him say some things that he didn't even have to say. He didn't even have to, extend that conversation.
Right.
And when he did, he should have said allegedly. He just did it as fact. That's the one that killed him right there about the Bucks, okay? But other than that, I don't think Kamala Harris, she was a replica of Barack Obama or Michelle Obama. You see how she bumped her hair like Michelle? Yeah, everything, man. Hey, man, that's a repeat, man. Black folk, that's white folk. That's a repeat. We've tried it in Chicago with Rahm Emanuel coming out of the Obama campaign. You see what he did over there in Chicago. Destroyed it. Treated black folks worse than the dailies. People was hoping that the dailies would come back because Rahm Emanuel did them so cold. Yeah. And then we look at Joe Biden. And I got to go, Doc. I know you're giving me too much time. Hey, look here. And then we look at Joe Biden. He did the same thing. We've got to get away from that era. That young man, the elite, is behind that gentleman who we call Barack Obama. And he's running this. And he's going to, if you got 20,000, if you got 15 million people coming to this country, and us black Americans is only 42 million, and you got 20 million, that's depleting us. That's what you call diluting us. Black man, wake up. I'm not asking you to become racist, but I'm asking you to put a halt on this and stop it. Because if you got 20 million and you only 42 million, that's again, we in trouble.
All right.
I got to go.
Later. 833-212-1017 is the number. We're not 42 million, aren't we? I don't know. I'm going to check. We're going to look at the percentage and see. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. How do you say welcome to your guests? Well, you say it with a new entry door from Pella Windows and Doors. You could say it with color. The possibilities are endless thanks to Pella's custom colors. You could say it with class. Pella's premium doors stand out due to their distinctive and distinguished craftsmanship. So you could even say it with a great deal. Get 0% interest for up to 60 months, no money down, equal payments, but you got to hurry. Offer ends 9/30 of 2024. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com today. Traffic, sports, and weather up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Big players show up in big games. Touchdown! Donald Driver and Cousins Subs are no different. With the football season upon us, Double D and Cousins are teaming up to offer 80-cent delivery this Saturday through Sunday on any order of $30 or more. Touchdown! Simply order your favorite subs and sides online or on Cousins mobile app, and we'll deliver them to you. And don't forget, we now offer Apple and Google Pay. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette Hilltoppers football. Tune in Friday night as the Hilltoppers travel to take on conference foe, the undefeated Germantown Warhawks. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Leff's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School. Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Northbound on 43, just north of the county line into Ozaukee County. We've got a crash there. It is definitely seeing some delays into that neck of the woods. It's off on the left shoulder, so kind of in a weird spot. Something to be careful as you're making your way up there. We've also got a broken down vehicle on westbound 94, right about at Elmhurst Road. That is causing some big delays coming out of the Highway 16 area all the way past that. The disabled vehicle is on the left shoulder as well. So again, kind of in a weird spot. Northbound 43, a little bit heavy, coming over the high-rise bridge and through the Marquette up to about Fond du Lac Avenue. Southbound side, a little bit tight through the Marquette itself, and it stretches all the way down towards the KK River crossing. Westbound on 894, heavy out of the Mitchell interchange, pretty much all the way to about 68th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, high clouds, a low of 66. Tomorrow, high clouds, filtered sunshine, isolated afternoon showers to the far west, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. The Milwaukee Brewers fell to the San Francisco Giants in ugly fashion on Wednesday night, losing 13-2. Good news, however, the Brewers stay 8.5 games ahead of the Cubs in the race for the NL Central, and they open the day with a magic number of 8 to clinch the division. The Crew will look for the series win tonight. Game 3 is set for this evening. First pitch scheduled for 8:45. Over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are currently prepping for their Week 2 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts, with quarterback Malik Willis set to make the start.
It's not like we're dealing with a rookie here that has no background. You know, a lot of these offenses do similar things. It's just how do you do them, when do you do them, who you put in where. So we take that all into account.
As of now, the Packers have not officially ruled out quarterback Jordan Love. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Want to just let you know live, watching WISN 12, they have late breaking news from Two Rivers Police Department. It has been reported that the remains found in Two Rivers in Manitowoc County were indeed that of Elijah View, who's been missing for a number of months, with the family and the boy who disappeared, and they've been looking for. They found his remains on private property. The owner was trying to get the property ready for the hunting season and came upon the remains. The remains were then taken to the state crime lab. And they continue searching for additional evidence. And unfortunately, Elijah View, his remains, 3 years old, have been found dead in Two Rivers in Manitowoc County. So sorry to pass that on, but it's just, hey, it's Pop Off Friday. You know, it's just another thing to get mad about, another thing to get upset about, another reason to watch over our children and watch over what's going on throughout your house. Because I'm going to tell you, if you take care of your house and everybody takes care of their house, the community will be that much better, that much richer. And so it's an unfortunate thing. They're going to take a lot of time. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to get as much evidence as they can. They're going to see how much evidence they can find regarding whoever committed this deed. And they'll go from there. And hopefully they'll find the person who committed this deed and punish them to the fullest extent of the law. Pop on Fridays, 833-212-1017. That's the number. So let me look. Hang on. Let me do this. Let me. 50 million. Okay. Let me check the talk and text line because I always forget. And then I go to end the show, and then I peek, and it's like 12 million gazillion messages. And so we got to keep up. Talking text. Hey, somebody said that there's a lot of freezing on the YouTube. See, told you. I told you. It's not me. It's you. We blame it. No, we blame the producer, dude. It's Friday. It's Pop Off Friday. We popping off on the producer. It's Jason's fault. He had absolutely nothing to do with it, but we're gonna blame him anyway. Who's not here? Kyle. It's Kyle's fault. It's Kyle's fault. Yeah, Kyle, it's your fault. You're causing the YouTube video to freeze, and so yeah, that's what it is. That is so unfortunate. And the parents are in jail, aren't they? They're I think one got charged with homicide, and of course I don't understand how they charged him with homicide when they didn't have a body, but now they have a body, and if there's evidence linking the mother or the father, is it the stepfather or the uncle? Yeah, the mother got charged party to a crime, but what crime? Like child neglect, but now it's going to turn into what? Depending on what they find, it could possibly turn into physical abuse of a child and homicide. And depending on what happened to the body and what they find, it could go even higher. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I wanna talk to you. Should SDC come back? Like, should they actually come back? It's a commission and it's a social service agency, and they have a statutory purpose to put the war on poverty. They haven't been doing that. And so should they come back? 833-212-1017 is the number. Pop off about that. Should SDC be here or no?
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join the Truth Street team sponsored by UW Credit Union Saturday, September 14th for the Black and Brown Run Around 5K at Veterans Park in partnership with Lead to Change. The Black and Brown Run Around welcomes all runners, walkers, and families to enjoy this incredible community event at the lakefront. They will have food, entertainment, and an opportunity to support and uplift Black and Brown business in the greater Milwaukee area. So mark your calendars and join us on Saturday, September 14th for the Black and Brown Run Around 5K at Veterans Park in downtown Milwaukee on the lakefront.
Ring in the changing of the seasons with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra when it presents When the Saints Go Marching In, September 20th through the 22nd at the Bradley Symphony Center. The MSO and its newly appointed principal pops conductor Byron Stripling will be joined on stage by Broadway star Crystal Monet Hall, organist Bobby Floyd, and drummer Jim Rupp for a musical journey through the roots of the blues with songs like Alexander's Ragtime Band, St. Louis Blues, Sweet Georgia Brown, and so many others. Visit MSO.org to reserve your best seats now or call the box office at 414-291-7605. Come and experience some of the most iconic hits to come out of New Orleans and the Jazz Age with When the Saints Go Marching In, running September 20th through the 22nd only. The number again for tickets is 414-291-7605 or online at mso.org.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Time is running out on the Brewers' regular season. Hurry up and catch the crew battle the Diamondbacks September 20th through the 22nd for College Night and a Brewers Puppy Vest giveaway on the 21st. Get your seats now at brewers.com/tickets.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Listening to Truth in the Afternoon. Hey, 1017 The Truth Street Team, sponsored by UW Credit Union, is coming to an event near you, which just happens to be tomorrow. They'll be at the Black and Brown Runaround at Veterans Parkway, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There'll be music and food and resources for everybody in your family to enjoy. Come down this Saturday, that's tomorrow, and enjoy the Black and Brown Runaround at Veterans Parkway starting at 10 a.m. 1017 The Truth Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union. They're here for every you. So make sure you check it out. 833-212-1017 is the number. So should we be keeping the SDC? I mean, you know, at some point, should we keep it? Should we get rid of it? Should we retool it? Do we need new people running it? I say yes. I think we need new people running SDC because it has not lived up to its purpose in many cases. It has not done what it was supposed to do. And because of that, we need to make sure that, I guess, many of the people that call themselves having worked with SDC need to not be there. We need whistleblower laws. We need something, but you know, like MPS, it just kind of went. And nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. Nobody said, hey, nothing. All the struggles, all the problems. I might get fired from my job. And now look what happened. There is no more SDC. People got stuck in the lurch needing things. And it's as if it never existed. Whatever happened to the audit of SDC? Where is the audit of MPS? What are we doing? Where are the cops that were supposed to be at MPS? Supposed to do it in January. Now it's 9 months later. No cops at MPS. No audit from MPS. No audit from SDC. The county filled in their money that they came up short with COVID funds. And so now they're only $7 million, not $9 million short. No, I'm sorry, not 19 million short or whatever it was. So, but still short. So you got to cut your budget. What are we doing? What exactly are we doing? What exactly are we doing? I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, YouTube is acting really weird. I was sitting here watching it, and it just went to the screen as if I went to a commercial break. And then I refreshed it, and then I came back. So I don't know what's going on, but people are complaining about YouTube. You do know? Okay. You know we don't run YouTube. So I don't know how to help you with that. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi here. I don't know if it's the internet connection here. It could be the internet itself. Maybe they don't like the truth, right? Conspiracy theory. You know, all that stuff. It's Pop Out Friday. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm just waiting for information that we don't seem to be getting about these three things. Where's the information on the city budget? Does anybody know? We're already talking about a budget for next year, and we don't know where the budget is this year. Are we behind on tax revenue? Can somebody make an open records request for tax revenue? Like, where are we at right now? Are we on pace? Because we know all them folks came in and said, we got to do this, and if we do it, we're going to collect all this money. Where is it? Can somebody tell me? It's September. Where is it? Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's like out of sight, out of mind. Things that affect us in the black community seem to just get pushed under the rug. And I don't understand that. I hate to say it, Elijah View. News conference, police chief, sheriffs were there, Department of Criminal Investigation from the state, Department of Justice was there, sheriff's office was there, everybody was there. Same thing with Sade Robinson. Thank God we had good cops doing great work, and they ended up catching. Here's my question, though. You ready? If dude wasn't a white guy, would anybody have cared? Would the media have broadcast that the way they did? Because it seems like black people dying is only important when a white guy does it or at the hands of a white person. But if a black person kills a black person, I don't see all that media scrutiny. I don't see the going out of your way to make sure we catch the person and all this. Like, yeah. Report on every little thing. He was in the news today, too. I'm not talking about it. I don't really care. Hurry up, get a trial. If guilty, get convicted, go away. Done. But all we hear about is people got shot on Silver Spring today. 3 people, 1 died. Who's complaining about that? Who's screaming and hollering about that? Nobody. Multiple people got shot the other day. Person in custody. Beat the crap out of that guy. Where is the uproar, the marching? Why aren't they marching on the South Side? 3 men got beat by a group of kids. Couldn't tell if they were black or white or Hispanic or Asian. Looked like they weren't white. Why? Why isn't somebody coming out saying, hey, you need to prosecute those kids to the fullest extent of the law? So watch this. Kent Laverne wants to run for district attorney, right? Let's watch what his quote-unquote DA's office does in this instance. Let's watch. See what they do. Should those kids be tried as an adult for aggravated battery? I haven't heard anybody come into their defense. That's my kid. And I get it. That's your child, and you want what's best for your child. I get it. But at some point, justice needs to be served. Why is it justice can only be served when a white person kills a black person? And when a black person kills a black person or a black person does a crime, we have to mitigate it by something that turns into, well, they grew up poor, or they live on welfare, or they live in the hood, or they're black. Like what mitigates black life? (833-212-1017). What mitigates? What makes black life great, and what mitigates black life to nothing when we see a person killed and nobody does anything, nobody says anything? I don't understand what we're doing. I don't understand what it is we're doing. We had a whole movement, Black Lives Matter. There seems to have been an asterisk after Black Lives Matter. Black lives only matter when they're taken by white people. We don't scream and holler and march and get upset when crime in the city of Milwaukee continues, homicide after homicide after homicide, and we get nothing. And so when I see people go, Black Lives Matter, and have some of this BLM, I wonder, so do Black Lives matter to you? Or do Black lives only matter when it's not you?
Friday Night Lights officially lives here. 101.7 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette University High School championship football. Be sure to tune in every Friday night at 7 p.m. as we bring you some of the best gridiron action in the area. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
Join the True Street Team sponsored by UW Credit Union Saturday, September 14th for the Black and Brown Run Around 5K at Veterans Park in partnership with Lead to Change. The Black and Brown Run Around welcomes all runners, walkers, and families to enjoy this incredible community event at the lakefront. They will have food, entertainment, and an opportunity to support and uplift Black and Brown business in the greater Milwaukee area. So mark your calendars and join us on Saturday, September 14th for the Black and Brown Run Around 5K at Veterans Park in downtown Milwaukee on the lakefront.
Attention Milwaukee County residents. Are you prepared for the unexpected? From sudden storms to unforeseen emergencies, readiness is key. Take charge of your safety with a family emergency plan and an essential emergency kit. Stay informed and connected during emergencies. For tips and resources, visit us online or contact the Milwaukee County Office of Emergency Management. Prepare now, stay safe, and build a resilient community together, because readiness starts with you.
Prostate cancer screening is a simple blood test. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Your family history of prostate cancer increases the risk for all the men in your family. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Prostate cancer is most treatable when it's detected early. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Men, it's your life. That's why it's so important to talk to your doctor about getting tested. If you want info on how to take action, the Prostate Cancer Foundation is here to help. For more than 30 years, PCF, a leader in scientific breakthroughs, has funded cutting-edge research that speeds new treatments into clinics, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself. Remember, it's your life, and it's a simple blood test. Get it done.
Black men are the most likely Americans to die from lung cancer, and black people develop the disease earlier in life than others. Federal guidelines have nearly doubled the number of black Americans eligible for lung cancer screening. Insurance companies are required to cover these tests for those ages 50 to 80 who smoke or used to smoke. If that's you, talk to a doctor about lung cancer screening. For more information and to find a screening center near you, visit acr.org/mylcs. That's acr.org/mylcs.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Before we go to the top 5 at 5, Brian, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What's up?
How you doing, Dr. Ken? Just want to make a comment about those retarded acting kids that beat those people up.
Hey, we don't call people retarded anymore. We call them stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
Retardedly stupid.
Yeah, all right.
I knew, but this all started 30 years ago. The minute they got rid of the Cosby Show, the minute they got rid of It's a Different World and positive black television programming,
okay,
that showed upwardly conservative, right-minded thinking people. The minute they started taking things like that off television and started with all this Jerry Springer-isms and reality shows, I knew it would destroy society. But because we're such a small population, it would have a much worse effect on us because we don't have the numbers to compensate the good with the bad. So those parents that experienced that Jerry Springer show, the Maury Povich show, the reality shows, the shows that made their livelihood off of parents from Milwaukee, I knew that the kids of today would be unloved, untrained, undisciplined, and just trying to say it. These kids out here nowadays, our black kids out here for the most part, are trash because they have trash upbringing. These parents need the parents of all those kids, that even the ones that were celebrating the fight, those parents need to be held accountable. Those parents need to be called out. These kids need to be named and asked the question, what makes you do this type of behavior? Why are you acting like this? The problem is grown folks of today don't understand it because we never ask these young folks why they act so retarded. We never call them out for being retarded. We never tell them, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's evil. We don't tell them that they're evil. We don't tell them that they're showing very little sense. We don't tell them that. Why? Because a lot of grown folks to this day are scared of these younger folks. The media is scared of them. The police are scared of them. Their parents are scared of them. Even Tory Lowe is scared of them. Tory does what he does in the hood, but he cherry picks the people he wants to deal with. He would never any of these kids' parents because he knows they were trash. And I don't blame him because his life would be on the line. So that's why the only thing we can do is call these people out. We need to name names and call them what they are. We need to embarrass them. That's the only way we can change this narrative of bad behavior. We keep pushing it under the rug, keep going on to the next news cycle, and just saying, oh, well, nothing to do. It's going to keep happening. We need to call things out when we see it, and we need to call them out and name names. Name the kids' names. Forget that they're under 18.
No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that.
Ask them questions.
No, we can't do
that. If they can show horrible behavior in public, we should be able to call them out in public about that behavior. And we should be able to interview them. We need to, that the kid that hit that man in the head like that with a full cock swing, he needs to be, of course he needs to go to jail, but somebody needs to put a camera in his face and put him on TV and ask him, why in the you-know-what did you do this to this man? That is the only way we're going to be able to understand and correct this type of behavior. Or these kids are going to stay lost causes.
So then how do we fix it? No. So let me ask you a question. Does the black community need a reset?
Yes.
Okay.
We need a reset with a belt. We need a reset with a belt. And to be called what they are. Horrible acting people.
All right.
Our entertainment is horrible. Our entertainment is horrible. We got to stop following rich entertainers, the handful of them that there are, and thinking that our whole society can act like them, because you can't, because you don't have the money to pay the lawyers to keep yourself out of jail. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the money for that.
Diddy is not in jail because of the money he has. He has good lawyers.
Exactly. These people don't have two nickels to rub together. Yet they want to act like they're God's gift to earth and they can do what they want to do. They can't do that. But if we don't call them out on it, they're going to keep trying it and keep doing all this egregious behavior.
All right. Well, thank you much, Brian. I appreciate it. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. 833-212-1017 is the number. He's right. And that's unfortunate. That is so very unfortunate. But unfortunately, did I use fortunately and unfortunately in the same sentence right next to each other? I guess I did.
Number 5.
Triple shooting near 60th and Silver Spring leaves one dead. Happened around 12:28 p.m., 60th and Silver Spring. According to police, 20-year-old victim was taken to a local hospital, succumbed to the gunshot injuries, and was pronounced dead. 25-year-old and a 31-year-old victims sustained gunshot injuries and were transported to a local hospital for treatment. Circumstances leading up to the shooting are under investigation. If you need information, call the police at 414-935-7272, or if you want to remain anonymous, Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. Every day. Same thing. Same stuff going on.
Number 4.
From News1.com. Lawmakers in New York City are following the footsteps of American citizens considering reparations for descendants of enslaved people. Yesterday, city council members approved legislation to study the city's significant role in slavery and examine whether descendants of enslaved people should receive reparations. So let me get this right. I get reparations, but just giving folk money is probably not the thing to do. I think we need to start somewhere, like make sure we lock in the scores and grades to get into college. And then if you want, give them free college. Since we're upset about school loans and all that stuff. And we keep getting school loans and feeding Sally Mae, and people invest and people make money off of it. You know, government makes $1.7 trillion in interest off school loans. So wouldn't it make sense to, why would you bother to do that? Navient just got booted because they were cheating people. I still think the people that did my loan cheated me by miraculously in December, only 2 of your 3 loans are eligible to be forgiven. And then after I get them forgiven, oh, yes, this one is forgiven too. Oh, but you have an outstanding balance, so we're going to take that money. What? So I have 3 loans. Let's say I have 3 loans of $10,000 each, and then I've paid them down, and I owe $10,000, $5,000, and $2,000. So what they did is they said, oh, you've prepaid these loans for so long that we actually owe you money back from when you originally applied for forgiveness and ran through all this trouble. Because they go back to the date that you originally applied once they okay it. I've been dealing with this for like 3 years. It finally goes through, and they say, well, we owe you back pay of, let's say, $1,000, right? So we're going to pay off the $10,000 loan and the $5,000 loan, and we owe you back pay because you overpaid during those 3 years. Let's say I only paid $1,000, but you got this outstanding thing. So, you know, you get see, now I lost my train of thought because my phone rang. And so now you got to go, I need to pay this. And they go, no, you still got to keep paying on that. But that $1,000 that we're supposed to give you back, you have an outstanding balance. So we're going to apply that to the balance. So you still don't get your money back. And that's how they cheated me. That's garbage. That is straight garbage. That is terrible. That is absolute garbage. I don't think, that's just terrible. Terrible. Isn't that what Tory Lowe would say? Terrible. We're going to finish up the top 5 at 5. I got to run off and do something, and we'll be right back, and all that other fun stuff, right? So when we come back, we're going to start at number 4. Number 3? Number 4. See, man, it is number 3. It is 3. It is 3. My bad. I can't count. I went to public school. At least I'm honest. I can't count.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Wisconsin Black Chamber is hosting its third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, September 19th at Elevate MKE, 1131 North Water, 5 to 9 p.m. Registration to compete in the pitch competition is done at the event. It starts at 5 p.m. for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want to be in that number of finalists that compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so ask your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There's no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Elevate MKE, September 19th, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Black and Brown Runaround 5K is a diverse group dedicated to empowering others and overcoming obstacles. Their mission to bring unity to the Milwaukee's Black and Brown communities and support those in need. They partner with Lead to Change, a nonprofit that's changing lives by equipping young people with the tools they need to succeed in college, their careers, and the community, ensuring security and stability for all. Together, we can build a stronger, more united community. Black and Brown Runaround empowers everyone to be able to run the town.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Okay, let's try that again.
Number 3.
So, you TikTok knuckleheads, right? Are you a TikTok knucklehead? You watch TikTok?
For work.
So you're a TikTok knucklehead. Okay. I'm sometimes a TikTok knucklehead, and sometimes I'll download TikTok and then I just go, I'm done. You know how long that lasts? Like 20 minutes. And then I'm like, pfft. Franklin Police Department is sounding the alarm about a social media trend involving middle-of-the-night door knocks wreaking havoc in the community. One Franklin family near 35th and Drexel shared door cam footage of someone in a mask kicking their door in the middle of the night. They did not want to go on camera. Police said they're not alone. According to reports and the videos we've seen, people are coming up to houses wearing hoods and masks and banging loudly and kicking the front door of residences, says Franklin Police Officer Gary Wallace. We discovered such a trend as the TikTok door knock challenge. Police say this is getting out of hand. Some people have equated this by simply ding dong ditch, which was going on forever, but unfortunately it's a lot worse than that when people are wearing masks and acting in an aggressive manner, Wallace said. Police say, to their knowledge, no one's been put in a dangerous situation yet. The worry is someone's going to get hurt or worse, And this kind of thing can lead to unwanted consequences on both sides of the equation. I don't know if that can happen if you knock on my door, because then somebody go, and you scare me, but you don't have a weapon. And you don't have so kicking at people's door. Kicking at my door. Like, what if I open my door? What do you want? And how did you get there?
Is it kind of like ding dong ditch what they doing?
Right. Except instead of ringing your doorbell, they kick your door. Can you imagine at 3 o'clock in the morning somebody's banging like crazy on your door? And you wake up and you jump up and you go out and it's nothing. They're gone. So here's my thing. Why are people getting upset about it? Put a bear trap on your porch. They walk up, and then you just hear them screaming. I'll call 911. Hey, there's a You know you can't do that, right? You can't like put a trap that'll injure somebody that bad, because then they'll charge you, right, with reckless injury or something. It's like your mailbox post, right? You can't put in a metal mailbox post. It has to be breakable because you put it in, right? Like, think about, you ever seen a metal telephone pole? Why is that? Because if you hit it, it falls. If somebody drives into your mailbox post and crashes and dies, that's on you. It should be breakaway, so it just comes off. Now, people know that. They just drive through the neighborhood and run over everybody's mailbox, right? So, I mean, who's winning here? And you can't encase it in brick because you'll hit it and yeah.
I think that the owner should at least have like a beware of dog or some type of sign, something to stop them kids from coming in.
They can read.
I ain't think about that.
They didn't go to school, dude. Think about the person that puts on a mask and runs to a door. Now, here's what you got to be afraid of. You white folks, and I'm being facetious when I say that. You white folks keep talking about, oh my God, they're shooting everybody in the city of Milwaukee, blah, 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 blah. Y'all the ones got all the guns in the suburbs. So one of them knuckleheads going to go up and knock on somebody, and somebody going to be coming in the house or something. They're going to run up on somebody and something bad's going to happen. And then y'all going to be crying. Oh, that was my baby. It's about to get their life. It's about to turn their life around. Right. Okay. He was a good person with a mask on, kicking at somebody's door. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think so.
Number 2.
Howard University. This from blackenterprise.com. Howard University has been named the nation's #1 HBCU by Forbes magazine. The outlet's annual list, which spotlights 500 educational institutions producing successful, high-earning, influential graduates from all economic backgrounds with less student debt, recognized Howard as a leader in the space, noting that its impact across several industries is what placed the school in the top of the list. Thanks to extensive and impressive research in fields that include data science, cybersecurity, microchip design and validation, journalism, disease research, and humanities, and they have one of the coldest law schools and one of the coldest medical schools, I'm just saying, located in Washington, D.C., not only clinched the top spot on the outlet's list, it's ranked among the top 100 colleges in the Northeast, coming in at 95. Founded in 1867, it's a private research institution, 14 schools and colleges. Howard has produced 1 Schwartzman Scholar, 3 Marshall Scholars, 4 Rhodes Scholars, and a list of other notable accolades, such as producing more on-campus African-American PhD recipients than any other establishment in the country. You can drop the mic now. So that's what I'm saying. That's what's up. I am not a graduate of an HBCU. I'm a bougie, uppity Ivy Leaguer. Haven't got my certificate from Cornell University. I'm just saying. I admit it. I'm a uppity, Ivy Leaguer. And,
I wish I would have went to an HBCU. That's one of my biggest.
You can still go. There's this thing called a master's degree.
And I said if I would have ever get my master's, I'm going to HBCU. And my kids, they going to a HBCU.
Yeah. Hope you make a lot of money, though.
They going to HBCU.
You got to pay for it.
I'll pay for it, but they're going to HBCU now that I understand what that. I didn't know what that was.
But what does it mean? What does it mean? When we come back when we come back from break, let's talk about what it means to go to an HBCU. If you went to an HBCU, are we got any Morehouse men out there, or any other of the 101 HBCUs in the city? K-State. Give us a call. 833-212-1017 is the number.
Number 1.
The search for 3-year-old Wisconsin boy has come to an end. Authorities say from CBS 58, the remains found in Two Rivers last week are that of 3-year-old Elijah View. A deer hunter in Two Rivers came upon the remains on Saturday, the 7th of September, and immediately notified law enforcement. View was reported missing February 20th by his caregiver, Jesse Vang. Vang was dating Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, who sent the little boy to Vang's home in Two Rivers, Wisconsin for disciplinary reasons. An Amber Alert was launched, which has since been canceled. And during the investigation, Vang and Bauer were arrested in connection with the case, and they remain in custody on child neglect charges. But at some point, there could be murder charges. Cassie Hasselman was on the farm across the way from where the bones were found, and she told CBS 58 she would not be surprised if the remains belonged to View because she claims Bauer once lived on the farm Hasselman's sister now owns. The investigation is ongoing. If you attended an HBCU, why should black children who graduate from high school, attend an HBCU? 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, pop off on that.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you are an African American or Hispanic adult with type 2 diabetes, the University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016. And ask Delicia about Enrich.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Telly Hughes with his truth.
I want to stress the importance of a positive mindset. Everything begins as a thought before it ever becomes an action. So it's extremely important to purposely place yourself in positive spaces to help shape and nurture those thoughts. I know you're probably thinking, okay, Telly, let's be realistic. Look, I get it. You may work with people with bad energy, or you may even be related to people who are negative by nature. In this journey called life, there will be many things that come your way that's out of your control. But what you can control is how you respond. Understand this. You have the right to either tap in or tap out of whatever energy that may come your way. And that's how you can control and protect your positive spaces. The mind is where it all starts, and if your thoughts are centered around positivity, you'll see how things begin to transform. You'll see a noticeable difference between things happening for you versus things always happening to you. You begin to grow through situations as opposed to just going through tough situations. Make it a priority to surround yourself with positive people and create those positive spaces and begin to experience the fruits of what a positive mindset can produce. Trust me, it takes work to creating these spaces, and you have to be intentional about it. And I'm committed to putting in the work because I'm living proof that it's well worth the peace a positive mindset brings.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Northbound on 4394, slowing down right about Oklahoma Avenue all the way up towards the base of the high-rise bridge. After that, it opens up. You're okay all the way up towards Silver Spring. That's where you're going to tap on the brakes just a little bit more. By the time you hit Bender Road, you should be fine. Westbound 94, slowing from 16th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Back on the brakes west of Barker Road, and then again west of Highway 16 all the way to Elmhurst Road. Eastbound still heavy from about Highway G to Highway 16 through that construction zone. Back on the brakes from 76th Street all the way to about 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, high clouds with a low of 66. Tomorrow, high clouds, filtered sunshine, maybe an isolated afternoon shower to the far west, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. The Milwaukee Brewers fell to the San Francisco Giants in ugly fashion on Wednesday night, losing 13-2. Good news, however, the Brewers stay 8.5 games ahead of the Cubs in the race for the NL Central, and they open today with a magic number of 8 to clinch the division. The Crew will look for the series win tonight. Game 3 is set for this evening. First pitch scheduled for 8:45. Over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are currently prepping for their Week 2 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts, with quarterback Malik Willis set to make the start.
It's not like we're dealing with a rookie here that has no background. You know, a lot of these offenses do similar things. It's just how do you do them, when do you do them, who are you putting where. So we take that all into account.
As of now, the Packers have not officially ruled out quarterback Jordan Love. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Y'all must really be on something. Ain't nobody called about. I mentioned HBCUs. People lose their mind and blow up the phone. If I said something negative about an HBCU, I couldn't get y'all off the phone. Y'all be calling all weekend. I say, tell me something good. I let somebody else call. Dr. Ken, Tory says trash. Really? And I actually said that I was saying what Tory Lowe said, trash. Like, clearly, Craig, you wasn't listening. Curly said, Brian is not correct. He said black kids nowadays are trash. I'm the mom of a 17-year-old who's okay, stop taking it personally. They ain't talking about your kid. If your kid is good, ain't nobody talking about your kid. Neither are their friends. There are great children doing positive and wonderful things. And there are some children that are doing bad things, and we need to deal with it. And stop putting everything, again, that's that it's either left or it's right. It's not. It's left, right, up, down. You got angles. Listen, it's 360 degrees in a circle. And each degree is different. So let's take some time and look at the fact that we have issues, and those individual parents need to take care of those issues or be held responsible for those issues. And if they don't, hold them accountable. Why is that such a problem? Everybody been picking on black people for so long. Then stop doing crime. Stop letting your kids run rampant. Did you ask your child? Hey, you go to school at Bradley Tech. Was that you over there beating up them people? Did you even ask? Or you don't want to know? Dr. Ken, yes, SDC needs to come back because they're a need for the organization. No, it's not. No, it's not. Guess why? SDC is gone. Have you seen anybody in the streets protesting, screaming and hollering they can't get help and everything? All that help got farmed out to other places and, right. And so instead of teaching people how to fend for themselves and work and become greater, what do? We give them a program. If you give financial reparations, then people can pay for school and housing. Why do we as blacks always settle for the least? It's repair. We need more repairs than education. Well, here's why I say education. You ready? It's the only thing in life. I can come take your house. I could take your car. I could take your money. I can go to the bank and clean your bank account out. I can take your phone. I can take your clothes. I could never take your education. It is a lever that will lift you out of poverty. I watch it happen over and over and over, and it happened to me. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I would be living remotely close. Like, I remember when I first got married, you know what I thought? We did traffic, sports, and weather, didn't we? Okay. You know what I thought? I guess we just going to have a car note for the rest of our lives because we always got to pay for a car. Because I hadn't learned that, well, actually, that's not true. Like, actually, you can actually save up, buy a used car, and pay what it's worth and be done. It's going to depreciate anyway, but you won't have a car note. You pay your insurance. When I was young and black and in Chicago, the insurance company we had dropped us because I was a black male. I had 0 driving on my record. I had no accidents. I had nothing. As soon as I got married and we used my wife's insurance company, they dropped me. Boom, instant. And that's when I started paying attention. And so from there, when I went to college, when I was working and after I graduated, somebody tried to take advantage of me in terms of investing. And so I learned my lesson there. And when I went to school and get an MBA, I got it in finance. I wanted to know what is the deal with money and how it works. I may not be the person doing the investing, but I need for you to explain to me how it works, and I need to understand in your language, not the common language that you try to use, and then you leave some stuff out and don't explain some stuff. That now that I understand what those things mean, when you explain money to me, I can check you and ask you very pointed questions about budgets, finance, investing, the stock market, the bond market, and all the different industries in the Fortune 500, in the S&P 500. So that's what motivated me. Education, everything. Without it, you lose. I'm talking 2-year degree, minimum. What else do we need to repair? If you repair school, people will learn and get an education and either get a job or start a business and fend for themselves. They won't need the government and they won't need nonprofits. I don't understand why. First of all, let me rephrase that. I understand why we have nonprofits. The goal of a nonprofit should be to put itself out of business. If you're here to, let me think of one. Get rid of poverty. Why hasn't SDC gotten rid of poverty? It was started to fight the war on poverty when all it seemed to do was employ people. And it never got rid of poverty. So then why was it in existence? Do what you said you're going to do. Put yourself out of business. If you're here to raise money to buy shoes for everybody, don't create shoes and give them away free. Find somebody where you can buy shoes at the mom and pop store in the neighborhood and then keep them in business, fulfill a person's dreams of having shoes. I know it's a strange example, and everybody's happy. Don't destroy a business by coming in and giving something away that everybody sells for free. They did the same thing in Haiti. Rice market, right? In Haiti, rice used to be a delicacy. And if you find it on YouTube, Bill Clinton gives a very eloquent recant of regarding the mistakes he made when he helped the rice market come into Haiti. So watch this. People that sold rice in Haiti made good money because rice was a delicacy in Haiti. Hey, it's Sunday. So we're going to eat. You know how at black houses you eat collard greens or spinach? I'm a spinach guy. You eat collard greens and macaroni and cheese, and you might have had pork chops, or on a good day, had some lamb chops. Woo, child, we talking, right? Or steak, right? That's a special day. That's how rice was in Haiti. It's Sunday. We're going to dress up for dinner. We're going to have some butter and some salt and pepper, and we got some rice because it was considered, we can afford rice. Really? Oh, wow. They thought it'd be cool. Hey, I know what we could do. We could get some money from the U.S. government, go buy rice from these Asian countries, and then ship it to Haiti, and they can eat. It's low cost. It's easy to ship. It's easy to make. All you need is some boiled water, and you're good to go. Put the entire rice economy in Haiti out of business. Why? Because you put free rice in. Totally destroyed the economy. Did the same thing with because they had storms and all that, and somebody said, hey, if we have trouble with electricity, let's build some solar lamps. Like, bet. And this Haitian guy had a solar lamp company, and he was selling like 9 or 10 a week. Had started hiring all these Haitian guys to work, and some of the guys were alcoholics, and they, well, man, you got to get off your job and you got to come to work on time, and you got to help them and gave them leadership skills, and some of them became managers and supervisors. Had this whole business going. Now it's starting to spread outside of Port-au-Prince, and it's going to other cities in Haiti, and other people are calling. So now he went from 4 or 5 a week to 9 to 15 to 30 a week. Not a day, a week, not a month, 30 times 4. He was making about 120 of these things a month. Hey, Haiti has a problem. I know what we'll do. We'll send them free lights. Flooded the island with free solar lamps. So, the street lights or the lights at your house, when stuff went out, you didn't have to worry about it because it was solar. And you're in the South. It was sunny every day. Nope. And you didn't need the sun. All you needed was light. Nope. Flooded the island with solar lamps. I think at the end of the documentary, he was down to like 2 a month. 2 orders a month. Had to lay off everybody. Everybody went back to living in poverty. Why? Because people think they know better than you. Instead of fixing the problem, they just throw a nonprofit in. And to this day, there are more NGOs, non-governmental organizations, quote unquote, helping people than actual businesses that they're building. Created, right? Same thing with shoes. They did the same thing. Put people out of business. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And I've been helped by nonprofits. I get it. But your goal is to put yourself out of business. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. This is Pop-Off Friday.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
For love of the game.
There's nothing like being selected to the Olympic team.
And love of their country.
Championship of that level, gold medal, means more.
Tune into Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Inside stories from Bucks stars on the agony and triumph of competing to win it all at the Olympics. It's Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They're the window and door equivalent of hitting for the cycle. Pella manufactures all of their own products, and each one of those products gets tested thousands of times to ensure it stands the test of time. Quality craftsmanship and innovative design are built into every Pella product for timeless beauty and performance. Order by September 30th and get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Black and Brown Run Around 5K is a diverse group dedicated to empowering others and overcoming obstacles. Their mission to bring unity to the Milwaukee's Black and Brown communities and support those in need. They partner with Lead to Change, a nonprofit that's changing lives by equipping young people with the tools they need to succeed in college, their careers, and the community, ensuring security and stability for all. Together, we can build a stronger, more united community. Black and Brown Run Around empowers everyone to be able to run the town.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Want to remind you, Truth Nation, the election season is in full swing. We got about 54 more days until the election. And we got some discussions going on about political issues that matter to our community. So tune in to The Truth on Politics next Tuesday, September 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. following my show. This monthly show is a Truth Family Roundtable, which will engage in a thoughtful debate on the local elections and policies that impact you. And we'll break down everything you need to know about the upcoming 2024 presidential election. What it will not be is a bash Trump, bash Kamala Harris routine. We want to talk about policy. We want to talk about procedure, not people. What are the things that black people are going to need to see in the next year, the next 4 years, in order to become better? Don't miss The Truth on Politics, Tuesday, September 17th, 6 to 8 p.m. with me, Dr. Ken Harris, Sherwin Hughes, Denise Thomas, Tori Lowe, and Damon Elzy on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. I'm going to kill this gnat. Will y'all get these gnats out of here this weekend? If I'm going to pop off about something, it's about gnats. The caller, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
What's going on, my brother?
What's up?
Well, there are two things that I thought about when you talked about a lot of nonprofits that do exactly what you said, that start off with one mission, and then it goes in another direction. And SDC being one that was, around for a very long time, since the 60s, has changed as, some of the governmental policies have changed and society has changed. And so some of their responsibilities, that they saw as their responsibilities changed. Initially, they were an organization that was to do a lot of studies on social and cultural problems. So it wasn't just, hey, we're going to eradicate poverty, because I don't think it's possible for one organization to do that. I think there's a lot of moving parts before we ever reach the point where nobody in America is impoverished.
But why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
I would have to call much earlier to just discuss, why we are so far away from that. There are many reasons, that
not we. Why are some people?
No, because you and I don't suffer from poverty.
But listen to what I'm asking. Why are some people in America living in poverty?
Why are some people living in poverty?
Not everybody lives in poverty.
There's just so many reasons why a person can wind up impoverished. Lack of talent could make you be impoverished, where you have to improve your skill level. And so depending upon when the statistics come out, you may be in poverty, a person may be in poverty today, and 6 months later they've, attained some new skill on the job that they're already employed at. Or somebody retires and they get a promotion, and now they have,
So what is that?
I do like that poverty has decreased under this current administration.
Well, it's decreased under every administration. The point I'm trying to make is that presidents have nothing to do with poverty. Like we have this thing in our brain that the president can do everything, and they can't. So
I know they can only make proposals.
They can do whatever they want. They can't. The majority of things that people promise you when they run for president, regardless of party, does not occur. So
I totally agree.
And
that's the three branches. So that would be one answer.
Well, it's only one branch.
But we have three branches that actually don't work together.
Well, they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to.
I think it was intended that they would work together. No. That's why we don't want a dictator or a king.
No, but see that's irrelevant, and that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't.
I'm saying that's the way this country was founded, right? We were tired of King George III, and George Washington wanted, and so they wanted him to continue as president, and he refused. Remember?
And so how did they? How did they create three branches? So how did they create three branches?
I'm sorry?
How did they create three branches? Why? Because the three branches don't work together. The three branches check each other. We can't work together it's check and balance.
And a balance.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So that means what?
And to have a check.
That means what?
To be checked sometimes is to once you're checked and you know you're wrong, instead of trying to impede the other branch or people who are within that same branch, if they actually did choose to work together, and when they choose to work together like they did on the border bill that is still not signed,
But again, it comes down to what?
Because of that,
it's
what you just said. Because
go ahead.
Well, I'm saying sometimes there's more checking of each other. I say most of the time, in my opinion, than balancing. What they can do and negotiating with each other, as we see all the time.
But you do understand the checking is what balances it out, and that's the part that people miss. The check when everybody's if everybody's in line and everybody agrees and something's wrong.
No, I'm saying if you can agree to disagree, but know that the better good for if we truly had enough people who saw their job is to work for their constituents and not the party per se.
Correct.
I think that would help.
Sure.
A little bit.
Sure. And we've never had these issues in the black community like we have now with the Democratic and Republican Party. We've always once everybody was in office, we got stuff done. Nobody's doing any of that now. And it's just weird.
Till 4 years ago, nobody ever tried to attack the Capitol.
Oh, that ain't got nothing. See, you can't help yourself. All right, have a nice day. Bye. You can't help yourself. Like, at some point, I get tired of, the barbs and like somebody put in here, it would be nice if you shared the names of the songs you played on your show. For Facts Matter, after you diss me the text before that, dude, or do that, depending if you're a woman. Nah. This is funny. Saying it won't be about bashing Trump or Harris, protecting Trump. Why would you even think that? How stupid is that? 193 for you, dear. You know what I'm saying, dear brother? Right? You got dinner coming. I'm just saying, like, really? And then why is it if I bash Harris, I'm being sexist or racist? Y'all need to grow up when it comes to politics and recognize that politics is local. If y'all spend as much time dealing with what's happening in Milwaukee the way you do dealing with Trump and Harris, imagine how the city would work if you paid enough attention to what was going on here in this city or in your own household or on your block instead of what's happening in a national election that is 9 times out of 10 not going to affect you one bit. Because if you're screaming and complaining about money, you don't itemize on your taxes, so it's not going to affect you anyway. So what are we talking about? You're talking about rich people, and you're in a country where it's one of the one countries in the world where you can actually become a millionaire from zero. But you bash that, and you want everything for free. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Facts Matter say, don't be so sensitive. I'm not overly sensitive. I called you out for something ridiculous that you said. Don't get mad or call me out and call me a name. So, right? Or are you being sensitive? Don't be so myopic. I can't be both. Or I can be both. And if you don't like it, keep listening. I'm just saying. I'm just having fun. And I am myopic because I'm talking about one topic. You can't include everything. You can't help everybody. The Bible says the poor will be with us forever. Some people are just going to choose not to get up, not go to work, not do anything, not go to school, and they're going to be poor. And guess what? Our humanity will allow us to help take care of them. But for the able-bodied people, you need to get up off your rump and go to work. You need to get up. And what you need to do is stop being so sensitive when people call out something you say, just like you do me. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe's show is coming up next. Again, next Tuesday, 6 o'clock, right after my show, we are going to jump into Truth on Politics. I have to think about my daughter's rights in the future. I'm not even getting into that because, yeah. Anyway. I'm just going home. Bye. Somebody says, so mean. See, when you say stuff and you don't like what somebody says, they get to be the keyboard warrior and slam you. But when you get them back, you're being mean. Oh, okay. All right. Then they said, bye. Hey, facts matter. Keep it up. Iron sharpens iron. God bless. Take care. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. I'm out.